Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and it's time for episode number 5 of our Pokemon Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke challenge here on the channel. And I was going to say how initially the idea for this upload schedule was going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then maybe a third episode on the weekend as well if there's nothing else for one of the, say, Saturday or Sunday. But as it turns out, as you saw yesterday, it's also a placeholder for if there's ever no Newsday update as well, because I was looking at the news yesterday, not really much to mention in the world of Pokemon. The only thing I really had to mention was that there are a couple new tins coming out featuring the, is it Solgaleo GX and Lunala GX, I'm pretty sure. And that's pretty basic stuff, you know, you get a Pokemon tin, you get 4 booster packs, you get the Pokemon GX itself. Not really too much substance there for a full news update. And I figured, you know what, I could have also gone and shown some of the battles from the regional rumble that were over, or held over the weekend, but we already saw 3 days worth of that. I didn't want to get too stale with that footage, showing off some other battles, but I could show those off later on in another update video if you guys want to see that. But I figured, I have that episode of Pokemon Yellow that you saw yesterday, it was ready to roll. I figured let's just toss that up there as a placeholder for the news for the week. I don't want to sort of use Yellow too much as a placeholder because it is a more lengthy placeholder here on the channel. I almost said here on the series. Here on the channel because I'm kind of stalling things out until I can get a better computer to record a better playthrough of the next main series playthrough that we're going to do. But for the time being, Yellow is filling the gap. So I guess there's still a lot of content left in Yellow. We're not going to get through this too fast. If we do, I could also jump the gun a little bit sooner on something else and go into a Gen 2 randomizer. So we'll see what happens there. But anyway, all that being said, if you missed yesterday's episode of Pokemon Yellow, which you might have because you weren't expecting it on a Monday, there's of course a link in the description to the full playlist. But as a brief little recap, we took on Brock in Pewter City and his subordinate. And as you can see from the layout, long story short, we have the badge, and we still have 2 Pokemon on our team. We haven't lost anybody in that episode. We did lose someone along the way, unfortunately, and if you've been watching the series from the beginning, you know we already failed a couple of encounters outside of Viridian City, which was Route 22, I think, and then Route 2, we also lost an encounter there. So we're kind of minimal on the Pokemon, but this episode, we are going to add at least 1 more Pokemon. I'm hoping 3. We'll see what happens. Anyway, Dratini is our starter Pokemon given to us by Professor Oak back in Pallet Town. A nice attack of 25. He has Rapleer and Thunder Wave. Next is Blaze, our wild capture in Viridian Forest of all places. Nice speed stat of 40. He's got Ember, Scratch, Growl, and Leer. So what we're going to do in this episode is continue on our way towards Mount Moon. There are a number of trainers to deal with along the way, but there are also a few patches of grass that we can go and get our, hopefully, 3rd team member here in the Kanto region, the randomized. Like, I was checking the Pokedex in the last episode. I have an idea where certain Pokemon are going to appear, but what's fun about this, you don't know exactly what's going to be where. Like, what could this trainer have? Who knows? Are you a trainer? Let's fight! Let's do it. Dratini, leading the way. Of course, he is the lowest level. He needs to get the most experience for the time being. As Bug Catcher has 4 Pokemon. It's a Charmander. I can look that up in the Pokedex now, too. Do I need to? Not really. I've already got a Charizard. But if I'm curious, I can do that. So I was trying to think, what could I have put for an update yesterday? And as I said, there were a few different ideas that came along, but I was like, you know what? I guess we'll just stick with Pokemon Yellow, because it was already set to go. I was sitting here for a good long while, racking my brain. What can I record for the day? And nothing's really coming to mind. Like I said, I could have recorded some of the battles that I saved in the Versus Recorder. Hitmonchan, you might hurt. We're just going to keep rapping away, though. Critical rap. Excellent. Good job, Dratini. So yeah, I could have recorded some of those regional rumble videos or battles here for the channel, but I want to kind of space that out a bit. We saw 3 live videos of that, and I must say, I did pretty good. Like, as far as the end of the competition went, I'm pretty sure, I'm quite definite I am below the 1500 mark, unfortunately, but I got myself way back up pretty close to 1500. I was like 1480, I think, going into the last fight, but I did lose that fight. So, I didn't manage to go above the curve, unfortunately. Wow, that's a Venusaur. We're gonna go to a Blaze right about now. Wonder if there's wild Venusaur anywhere. We saw Ivysaur are wild somewhere. And they're gonna Vine Whip, are they? Alright, I think Blaze can handle that. Can you handle an 8 levels higher Ember? Nope. Well, okay. It's gonna be critical. I guess you can't take that one. We saw a lot of good power from Blaze over the weekend in the Regional Rumble with that nice, what was it he was using? Bloom Doom, that's it. I'm starting to think of the name of the Z move. So the Bloom Doom power, another critical. Not bad. What's that gonna do to me? What was that, 4 HP? Get out of here. But that's what I like about doing this. Like, I know this isn't exactly the same Blaze that I used, right? But I like the idea representing my real team members as randomized Pokemon. And, like, if I had new Pokemon, I would have won. Kind of like, what if this actually happened? What if this is the order that I caught my Pokemon in? It's kind of fun to think about that way. If a Pokemon box in the PC gets full, just switch to another box. Or in later generations, they do that for you. So this should be the last trainer I need to fight before we can get our next encounter. You can fight my new Pokemon! Which new Pokemon is it? Please don't say it's from New Island, that being Mewtwo. Of course, New Island is the anime movie name of the island. And it's a Blastoise! That's gonna take forever to beat with Dratini, but I'm gonna stay in. If all you're gonna do is tackle me, I wonder if there are wild Blastoise. I don't think I'm gonna check the Pokedex anymore. I want to be surprised as things come along. So it's paralyzed, defense goes down. Our defense goes down. That tackle's going to hurt a lot more now, if you even get to use it, because we're going to wrap you into submission. Wow, that does nothing. But it's going to do the trick eventually. But anyway, what was I just saying? Yeah, I like the idea, like, if we do find a wild Blastoise and I manage to capture it, that's going to be Sheldon. You know, we've seen him in the Wi-Fi battles of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire back on the channel. We've seen him in a number of the playthroughs leading up to... He was one of our main guys against Red, wasn't he? In Silver? I also used him against, I used him in the Elite Four of Hoenn, I believe, as well. And that's not the last we're going to see of Sheldon, of course. We've also seen him... We haven't seen him Mega Evolve yet in Pokemon Moon, but I could show that off at some point as well. Omastar, a Rock type. This is getting kind of wild. Would you stop giving me these Water types so that Blaze could actually do something to you guys? That's going to be annoying. Well, all I got to do is go for a critical Wrap Attack, and we're going to get this knockout eventually. That was a critical Wrap Attack. We're here for a while. Is there anything Blaze could... Well, Blaze could Ember. I think this might have Water Gun, though. But what level is it? It's like level 11-ish, I think. Blaze is level 18 now. He can handle a Water Gun. We're going to switch. We're running out of wraps anyway. Let's see what we can do with our Ember attack. Now, the special stat, I'm pretty sure Omastar has decent special, but with all those withdraws, we can't go for a physical attack. It's going to take too long. Ember hardly does anything. We could get a critical Ember, though. There we go. Again, hardly anything. So, withdraw, and what else were you using? You didn't even use an attack yet, did you? What do Omastar... Get withdrawn. Get restored knowing. Because I know Kabuto has Scratch and Harden. At least I think so. Oh, you got Horn Attack. Is that... No, you wouldn't have that as an Ammonite, because you don't have horns as an Ammonite. That must be a kind of like a level 1 move for Omastar. Okay, very cool. I learned something today. I know you can also get Spike Cannon, but I think that's a level up move. You can also be fully paralyzed too, which is also nice. Alright, looks like 2 more Embers and we get the knockout. Then we can finally add a new Pokemon to the team, or at least attempt to do so. There is, of course, the possibility that we will not manage to make the capture, but we're not going to think that way. We're going to think positive. We need some more team members. Wow. You're going to survive with that much? You know what? I'm going to humiliate you with a Scratch Attack. All those withdraws are nothing. I was going to say, watch it not even move. Anyway, knockout. Yes. Bug catcher done. Done like dinner! You are done like dinner, that is right. Trained Pokemon are stronger than the wild ones. Alright, this is the moment of truth. How many Pokeballs do I even have? I got 6. Hopefully it's going to be something that is not going to be too difficult to capture, because we're diving in right now. We can Thunder Wave, which is good now. Our first encounter is going to be... a Wigglytuff! I haven't really used a main Wigglytuff. It's interesting, this is where wild Jigglypuff appear also. Now, do I think it would survive a Wrap Attack? Now maybe. We're gonna try. It survived easily. We're gonna have to wrap it a little bit more than that to manage to weaken it for capture. I did, back in Pokemon Blue, use a Wigglytuff temporarily from my friend Evan. So I'll probably, if I get the capture, I'll name this after that Wigglytuff. Let's keep wrapping. Don't critical hit now. I want to slightly weaken it down. that's about... I can go one more. Nope. I might critical hit. I'm gonna go for a Pokeball right now. Come on. We got this. Join the team, Wigglytuff. Why, though? Really? Alright, we will get this eventually. We've got 5 whopping Pokeballs remaining. There we go! Wigglytuff added to the Pokedex. That's a stone evolution already in the party. We don't need to use a stone on that one. Wigglytuff, the balloon Pokemon. Its body is full of elasticity. By inhaling deeply, it can continue, I said confuse, it can continue to inflate itself without limit. Is that why Jigglypuff's final smash in Smash Bros. Brawl is that Bigglypuff thing? Maybe. You want to give a nickname? Yeah, we will nickname this after the Pokemon we used from my friend. It makes more sense as an unevolved Pokemon, but this is going to be Jiggles, the Wigglytuff. So Jiggles is added. What do you have, Jiggles? You got 6 HP remaining. A nice attack stat. You're only level 8, though. Sing, Disable, Defense Curl, Double Slap. So, I'm going to keep you at the bottom right now. We're going to get to a Pokemon Center and heal up. I'm going to sneak past this trainer and get attacked. What else could we have found here? That wouldn't have been so bad either. Muck. Well, I think we're good with who we got, though. Wigglytuff is going to be pretty good. We can teach it a lot of different TM attacks. I still want to see what sort of randomized TMs we're going to find. Now, yes, there are a lot of other trainers back on that route that I can fight, but I'll go back and deal with them in a little bit. I want to get 2 more encounters. Phew, I better take a rest. Groan. That tunnel from Cerulean takes a lot out of you. We're heading that way ourselves right now. Route 3, Mount Moon ahead. So, this is the Pokemon Center up here, where we can buy, normally, a Magikarp, and I am fairly certain the static encounters are randomized. Ouch, I tripped over a rocky Pokemon, Geodude. Did you just call me Geodude? I think I made that joke in the Pokemon Blue playthrough. This here is, of course, the entrance to Mount Moon. But before we go in there, and Mount Moon will be a new encounter also, we're going to heal it up right here. In fact, I can also lead Jiggles now, too, to get some experience for him. Alright, so... let's hope it's a randomized encounter. Even if it's not randomized, or not encounter, but a gift Pokemon, even if it's not randomized, it's not going to be bad to get a Magikarp once we evolve him in Gyarados. I have 6 Pokeballs set in my belt. At most, you can carry 6 Pokemon. If you have too many Pokemon, you should store them via PC. Of course. Team Rocket attacks Cerulean citizens. Team Rocket is always in the news. They're very popular. Alright, this is it. Hello there, have I got a deal just for you? I'll let you have a swell Magikarp for just 500. What do you say? That's a lot of our cash, but I want another encounter. As I said in the last episode, gift Pokemon like this or static encounters that you find on the map don't count as your 1 encounter per route. So although we have already caught a Route 3 Pokemon in Jiggles, this still counts as a freebie that you can get. Not free exactly. It's a Ghastly! We will nickname you. I'm going to nickname you after the Gengar I have in Pokemon Go right now. You're going to be our ghost, Buster. There we go. Buster the Ghastly. Let's see what you have to work with here. Level 5. Very good special stat, of course. Lick, Confuse Ray, and Nightshade. So, let's add 1 more Pokemon to the team. I want to do this. This is fun. I've got 4 Pokeballs left. I don't have the money to buy more. I don't know. Should I train up on Pokemon? No. I was going to say, should I train up against the trainers and get more money? I'm going in. The fever has caught me. I must make more captures. And speaking of Buster the Ghastly, that does remind me about Pokemon Go, which I will mention in just a little bit after we make this capture, but essentially... okay, wait. Alright, so here's the thing. Species Clause is a thing in these randomized Nuzlockes. What that means is, I already have Blaze the Charizard, and we just met a Wild Charmander. Of course, they are the same evolutionary line. I have the option right now to ignore this encounter and try for a new one. And since we already have a fully evolved Charmander, I'm going to walk away from this encounter. No offense, Charmander, you are awesome, but I have a chance to re-roll and see what else we can get. What did I just say to you, Charmander? What did you just hear me say? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my face hole? I mean, my mouth, whatever. I don't even understand sometimes. Alright, so not a Charmander. Let's see. Are these are the Zubat in here, aren't they? I think the levels are saying these are Zubat. So Charmander, a very rare Pokemon to encounter, has replaced Zubat in the cave. And that's a new encounter. I have not seen a Magikarp or Gyarados yet, haven't captured them. I'm just going to go for this capture. Isn't this weird? I just bought a Magikarp from in the Pokemon Center, and now our random encounter is a Magikarp. That's kind of crazy. Alright, so we can't knock this thing... Oh, I guess we can if we miss. We can't knock this thing out with a Wrap Attack. You're going to handle this. You're already level 10, too, so it's not going to... Well, it's still going to take a while to train you up. But we could have a Gyarados on the team. The team is starting to shape up. I like this. We got Dragon and Dratini. We have a Fire type already. Normal with Jiggles. We got a Ghost as well. I'm going to try Pokeball. I have a feeling a critical wrap might be in our future. And we don't even need to wrap again. Magikarp! Woo! We're getting a crazy-looking team as long as we can get this Magikarp to evolve. Magikarp, the fish Pokemon, famous for being very unreliable. Aww. It can be found swimming in seas, lakes, rivers, and shallow puddles. Is that why they show up in the middle of, like, land in Pokemon Go? I've seen that in, like, a parking lot sometimes. It's just, like, in the middle of an open, you know, spot of pavement. Maybe there's a puddle in there I didn't see. Anyway, in hopes of what he will eventually become, this is going to be Gary, our Magikarp, eventual Gyarados, as we saw in Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battles over the weekend. So, we got a decent looking team forming up, and another Zubat / Charmander. So we're gonna heal. I guess we should go back and heal up at Pokemon Center, and then go back and deal with all those trainers. Get some experience for the newcomers to the team. Now, as I mentioned in, I think, yesterday's episode, a viewer named Emma Senpai was asking, or hoping, that I get a Gengar at some point. Of course, the thing is, having got a Ghastly, like, I have the option, if I find a wild Gengar, I could capture that. But if I don't, I have at least Haunter potential in Buster. Can't get a Gengar because we're not going to be doing any trading between this game and another. I'll be doing some in-game trades if we have something available that people are looking for. Buster, you need the level first. So what I'm going to probably do, I'm going to try to clear out all the trainers now, and then I'll do a bit of a... No, I'm not going to do a grinding montage yet. I like to save my grinding montages for just before taking on a gym. So, I'll fight the trainers, get the money, see what other wild, crazy Pokemon they have to fight us with. And at that point, we'll end the episode. I think we can probably get all the battles done in the episode, and then I'll be going through Mount Moon in the next episode. I keep trying to think, I'm going to do a grinding montage. No, I just said, we're going to save that. No, I didn't touch you, man. Extend your Pokemon. Let's get this fight underway. What do you have? You got a single... She normally has a Jigglypuff, I believe. You've got yourself a Seadra this time. Level 14. You probably have Water Gun. We're going to switch out to... Let's go to Dratini. You wouldn't have... Well, the only Dragon-type attack is, of course, Dragon Rage in this generation. You wouldn't have that. You've got Bubble. That's nothing to worry about. That's a critical. Our speed stays where it's at. We're going to Thunder Wave you and Paralyze you and then start wrapping away. No Poison Point to worry about. That is an ability that Seadra has, I believe. Is it Swift Swim and Poison Point? I might be wrong. I know there's a Pokemon that I always thought should have Poison Point, or at least I suspected it always did, and I think it's Cacnea. I don't remember why I thought that. I'm pretty sure at one point I wrapped one in the desert in Hoenn, and I think I got poisoned by it? I can't recall. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you can have Poison Point, though. So we're going to lower your defense so our next Wrap Attack series does a lot more damage to you. See if we can get you down with just one more use of the PP of Wrap. It's possible. Come on, get all 5 hits again, Dratini. I know how odd that, or how rare that is, how uncommon that is to happen, but you have the chance to do so, you did not. But at least we landed the other Wrap Attack. Oh, I was going to talk about Pokemon Go. So, I went uptown on Sunday to... What I want to do in Pokemon Go every day is at least get 10 coins, right? Because at least if I'm getting 10 coins per day, I'm advancing myself in the game and building up. That was 3 levels? Nice. Again, if they go over levels like that, they might miss some attacks, which will be unfortunate, but if it happens, I can't help it. That's it! It is it! Route 4 is at the foot of Mount Moon. So who needs the next level? Ah, we caught Jiggles first. We'll lead Jiggles now. And then we'll go back to Buster. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so, Pokemon Go. As long as I can get 10 coins per day, I'm happy with how I'm advancing in the game. That look you gave me is so intriguing! So, I went uptown on Sunday, because that's, like, Sunday, the bus routes around here are not as... Hey, I remember Chansey. They're not as frequent, and they stop earlier in the day. So, I had to go uptown in the afternoon time, and I'll go to Dratini. And anyway, so long story short, I went uptown. The only gyms in the area were all Team Valor gyms. Of course, I'm Team Instinct. And unfortunately, they were like level 7 at the minimum. So I had to really fight hard to get into one of those gyms. I did it. I used up all of my healing items. Not all of them. I still have revives, but I'm all out of potions. And it was kind of funny. I was using all of my top level Pokemon. Like my strongest is Flamester the Flareon at 1650 CP. And eventually the stronger ones went down. I had to start using some lesser Pokemon, but as a team, we all managed to take down that level 7 gym. Level 9. Nice. Now, I'm pretty sure he won't learn any attacks as he levels up, because he's a stone evolution. Let's Thunder Wave you. Oh, okay. Thunder Wave's not going to help that quick attack. But anyway, you might lose some turns to paralysis. But I burned through so many healing items in Pokemon Go on Sunday. A good chunk of my team is still knocked out unconscious, or on the very weak side without potions. Ow! Let's just go to Blaze. It's the safest thing here. So I do have to spend the next little while trying to stock up a bunch of items to heal the team back, because all the hard fighting that they did to get me those 10 coins for that one day, I need to heal my guys. They are my strong warriors. I can't leave them injured for this long. It hurts me inside, you know? These are my buddies. Anyway, all that being said, I'll be doing a lot of wandering around. I'm getting this recorded early the day that I'm recording this so I can go out and start getting as many Pokestops as possible. Try to get the team healed up nicely. Lass is defeated. Be nice. I am nice. I just told you I'm going to go around getting Pokestops for my Pokemon. Avoid fights by not letting people see you. So I could potion Dratini right now, but I'd rather save the money and the item. I can switch to Blaze for switch training right now anyway. So I already fought you. We didn't fight you yet. I think this is the last trainer. Hey, you're not wearing shorts! You don't know that. Anyways, what do you have to fight? You got one single Pokemon. What's it gonna be? Hypno. That could be a bit of a problem. Oh, I gotta switch Jiggles out. He already leveled up. Okay, let's go ahead and... Of course, I know I'm relying on him a little bit too much, but this was one of the best captures we could have gotten early in the game, so I'm bringing Blaze in. Hit me with your confusion. What's it gonna do to me? Nothing. That was something, but not a lot. So, Ember away. I wonder what... Really? Like I said, I wonder what the special stat of Hypno is like. I think it's probably pretty decent. I know when Gen 2 came along, they gave it more on the special defensive side than special attack. So, don't disable my Ember. Alright, that's not bad. But yeah, they made it more specially defensive, and that was kind of cool what they did. Like, of course, the special stat in Gen 1 is kind of broken for certain Pokemon, like Alakazam, maybe. And speed, of course, is a problem as well. Blaze woke up. Didn't fall asleep. Sweet. Burn it! Get the burns when we get some residual damage. Critical. Ow! Don't pound me. But yeah, so when they divided the special stat, of course they made Alakazam more on the offensive side. There's the burn. And they turned Hypno into the defensive Pokemon. Which is kind of cool the way they did that. And the burn doesn't bring you down. Look at the scratch. You're gone. I can go heal up now. Oh, critical scratch. I can't wait till Blaze gets Slash for more guaranteed critical hits. Not that they don't seem to be guaranteed as it is. Youngster is defeated. Lost, lost, lost! Lost indeed. I always wear shorts, even in winter. You're gonna lost a lot of body heat by doing that. Did we fight you? We didn't fight you yet. Am I pushing my luck? I am. Let's do it. You looked at me, didn't you? I did see you, yes. I will acknowledge that for sure. Alright, how many Pokemon do you have? 2. What do we see? Another Hitmonchan at level 9. So Jiggles is not good to keep in here. What did this thing have to hit Dratini with? I forget. I'm wondering, can Buster handle this? Probably not, but we're going to try. It should have only normal and fighting attack. Yeah, right there, Comet Punch. We're going to confuse you. You know what? I think Buster can do this. We are one level below, but being completely immune to your attacks is totally fine. See if we can paralyze you as well. Hurts itself. Excellent. Nice damage. Lick's going to do minimal damage. It's a physical... It was critical. No paralysis just yet. We can go for the Nightshade and get a guaranteed 8 damage each time. Oh, you're going to speed up, are you? Let's see if we can paralyze you and slow you down. Probably not. Let's just go for the Nightshade. Is that going to do about half of what you have left? Maybe. Well, it should now for sure. Look at the wiggly screen there. It's kind of cool. I haven't used a ghost type in... When did my first ghost type come along? Technically, you could say Shedinja was our first ghost type in Gen 3, but I think it's not until Gen 5 that I added a ghost type to my collection. And a Mankey! Again, what can you do to me? I'm gonna say probably nothing. Watch me eat my words, and this thing has Stomping Tantrum, which of course is a new Gen 7 attack, so you're not gonna have that. Oh, look at that damage. That's Nightshade. I think we got you down to about half of what's left. Yeah, about. Knock yourself out, buddy. And that's that. And a level up for Buster. Very cool. Alright, the team is starting to form up. I love this. You're mean. I am not. Maybe in some circles you could see that, but whatever. Quit staring if you don't want to fight. So, since we got a little bit of time, I'm gonna go back here first of all. I'm gonna buy some more items in the mart, and then I'm gonna head over to the Pokemon Mart outside Mount Moon, because that's where the next episode is gonna pick up. So we're looking pretty good for the team so far. I like this. We've got a diverse team forming together. Who needs the next level? We're gonna leave Jiggles up there. Alright, so what can we buy? We have enough for... I'm gonna grab a potion. And then I'm gonna grab a couple Pokeballs. What else do we need? I guess we can afford an antidote. And that's all we can afford as far as healing. So let's just grab that. Alright, we are good. Wonder what items we're going to find in the cave, too, because as I said, the, what would you call them? I guess the field items, or the scattered items on the ground, they are randomized as well. I really hope I can get the item finder in this, because think of all the hidden items that are scattered all throughout this region. Could be Master Balls out there for all we know. And if there are, here's a question for myself. Will I use the Master Balls? Because as you folks might be aware, I'm a kind of I would say person and trainer, and again, my brain does the thing, it tries to merge two words together. I am the kind of trainer who likes to use just regular Pokeballs for the added challenge, but I don't know, maybe since this is a what-if kind of a game, I might consider using the stronger Pokeballs. We'll see how things play out. Anyway, let's heal up. Yeah, don't I have an Ultra Ball? I found that in the forest. When did I have it? I didn't have it before I found the Execute or the Nidoking. Right, so I was thinking, why didn't I use that against one of those? Because I didn't have it yet. There we go. Alright, so we're going to save the game. Call it a little bit of weird OCD or something, but I like to save right here in the spot. It's just my tradition. But with that, we are now done for the day. I want to say, folks, thanks for watching today's episode of the Pokemon Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke, and stay tuned for the next episode, which should be up on Thursday. And if you like this episode, of course, drop a like down below. Leave a comment letting me know what you thought of the episode and what you're looking forward to in the future of this unknown what's going to happen game. You know what? I just want to check. I know I said I didn't want to waste any time doing this, but are there any wild Venusaur? No, but there are wild Ivysaur, as you can see here. We're not that far from a potential wild Ivysaur near Bill's Cave, too. But anyway, if you missed any episodes of Pokemon Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke thus far, there's a link in the description to the entire playlist, as well as links to some other videos that I have done during the outro, and a link to subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed for daily Pokemon content. And that is going to be a wrap for today. So, a wrap. Dratini references. Awesome. But with that, Professor Chaz is now signing off. I want to say once more, thanks for checking out today's episode, and I will catch you next time.